Hello everyone, and welcome to Watch Dogs Legion. Before getting into this, I just want to say I know that the graphics quality of this is not going to be that great. I'm running on a 2060 with only 6 gigabytes of video RAM, which causes some issues because I can't quite have it as high as I would like it to be. I am looking into getting a new graphics card, hopefully sometime in the next couple of weeks. So if I continue this, then maybe in a couple of episodes or parts or however these are going to be labeled, things will start looking a little bit better. But for now, I've got the graphics as high as I possibly can to get it looking as good as my computer possibly can run it while still being able to record. There's going to be a couple of distancing issues. There's going to be some weird feathering around the cars, and unfortunately there's just not much I can do about it. But maybe in a few weeks time, if this is still going on, then maybe things will start looking better. But with all that out of the way, let's get into it. This is Watch Dogs Legion.
Ah, London. What a town. History around every corner and a tourist photographing it. Pubs serving up a pint and a smile. All that music, theatre and art. And multiculturalism. And the world's oldest underground, the Tube. The class of cities, really. Top shelf stuff. Only took 12,000 years to build it up, and one night to tear it all down.
What's our status?
Perimeter security's down, but plenty of your flying friends about.
Fucking hell.
Dalton, no time to waste.
Yes, ma'am. I'm in. Any idea what we're up against, Bagley?
If you hadn't brushed off, I might. Ever consider leaving these security threats to the authorities?
That's rich, Bagley. The government would sooner arrest us for trying to help than actually do something useful.
We'll have to sort this one on our own.
Carefully, Dalton.
Bagley, are you detecting a little worry in Sabine's voice?
Brilliant. Asking the computer about feelings. This explains so much.
Shut it, you two, and get to work.
There she is.
Something I did notice in testing, if I swap between keyboard and mouse, going back to, or if I swap between keyboard, mouse, and controller, going back to the controller has a tendency to cause random audio disappearance. Very brief, only because it's swapping over all the input display. Other than that, there shouldn't be many problems with this game running. It looks as good as it can possibly be. This opening segment will look good. It's the open world that looks a little janky. Other than that, I don't know much about this game. I really just fast forwarded through all this so I could get to the open world and make sure everything was going to run right. So we're pretty much experiencing this all for the first time.
Do us a favor and keep it quiet, Dalton.
If they don't shoot me, I won't shoot them. How's that?
Their profiles are heavily encrypted. No identifying information.
Ghosts in this system. They've got loads of DedSec gear down here. And why do you suppose that is?
What? How did they get their hands on it?
I don't know. But someone wants to make it look like DedSec was here.
Shit. You need to proceed with extreme caution, Dalton.
Who are these men in black anyway?
Nothing identifying. I suspect that's by design.
Oh, fuck me. The entire place is rigged to blow.
Jesus, those canisters. Bagley, is that...
RDX nitrogen. Enough to level Parliament.
Can you locate a detonator, Bagley?
Not exactly, but there's a device streaming a fuckload of encrypted data from the floor above you.
Yeah, that fits the bill. On my way.
Bagley, is that not the detonator?
No, but it's a transmitter sending a signal to a device on the floor above us. Safe to assume that would be the detonator we're looking for.
They've staged DedSec propaganda all around the bombs. These pricks are going to blow up Parliament and hang it on us.
Not if you get to that detonator first.
In the House of Commons. Whoever these men in black are, they've got brass bollocks to set up in the centre of government. I found the detonator. And it's definitely live. Bagley, I'm gonna need some help with this.
Yes, you are, but sadly I'm locked out.
Fuck. Well, we don't have a chance without Bagley.
Wait, I might know a workaround. We trained in manual overrides at MI5.
You're full of surprises. Be quick about it.
All right, Bagley, do your thing.
I'm in. And the bombs have just armed themselves. Well, that may complicate matters.
Fuck's sake. Can you defuse them or not?
Of course I can, but I might also trip another failsafe and vaporize you, so fair warning.
Expect this to draw some attention your way, Dalton.
Oh, I'm counting on it.
Company at our back door. Shit. Dalton, we've got some heat here at HQ.
How long is this gonna take, Bagley?
Depends how often you interrupt me with questions.
All right, everyone. Faces on, guns out. It's about to get real.
Fuck. They're on me. I'll try and hold them off.
Eyes peeled. There. Don't see anything here. Oh, we've got a gun!
Bagley, tell me you're close.
I'm through security, now wading through terabytes of decoy code looking for the detonation sequence.
Bagley, update.
Let's just say I'm both impressed and annoyed by how sophisticated this anti-tamper security is. Still working.
Not finished now. What are you doing?
Back up! I need backup!
So I switch over. I like to play with the mouse and keyboard for most shooting parts, so after this there might be a little audio spike. I'll try and not touch anything until we're back in the game. there's another cutscene or two.
Being shot out here!
Just as a point of reference, if any of the audio just randomly disappears.
Problem, Dalton. I need your physical appendages now.
What's wrong?
There are 3 slots on the left. One of them is the receiver. You need to pull the controller wire.
Are you fucking kidding me?
No, I'm fucking not. Pull the wire.
If this gets me blown up...
Bombs defused. See? That wasn't so bad, was it?
Bagley, you bastard. You nearly gave me a bloody heart attack then. Whoa, what the fuck am I looking at?
It appears Parliament is not the only target. More bombs are going live as we speak.
On screen, Bagley.
Fucking hell, we need to get the word out. Those sites need to be evacuated.
They're spread out all over London. There isn't any time.
But my sister's at the town conference. We have to do something.
I picked up a transmitter on the roof that is sending out a signal to the other bomb sites. If you can reach it...
I can shut it all down. Sabine!
Fuck! Dalton, we're breached! Go! The roof!
Sabine, what's going on?
We're being raided. It's a bloodbath. Her protocol is to wipe everything, including Bagley.
I need him for the transmitter.
I know, but if they get him, they get everything. Names, ops, locations.
Okay, I'll do it the old-fashioned way. Wipe him.
Yes, wipe me.
Do it, Sabine, and get the hell out of there.
Fuck. Okay, Bagley's down. You're on your own. Dalton, if this goes...
It won't. I'll see you at the rally point. I promise.
Good luck.
Gonna reload. Fuck, I'm on my own. I'm moving in. Ugh. Suspect was there already.
Okay. Bingo. No.
Well done, Dalton Wolf. I'm impressed.
The fuck are you?
Oh, you still think you're here to save London? I'm afraid that's not going to happen. You're here to help us with some important work.
Important work. Killing thousands of...
Exactly. To save the world. You do know Londoners have died before, hmm? The Plague, the Great Fire, the Blitz. It's not much fun. But destruction is always the cure. And it begins today. 0 day. It's time for a hard reset.
Oh my God.
explosions devastated 3 sites in London. Authorities are asking residents to remain in their homes as the situation continues to develop. We have received no official casualty total, but it is expected.
Mourners gathered for a series of candlelight vigils that brought closure to thousands of families and indeed to an entire city. London is now laser-focused.
Today at 10 Downing Street, where Nigel Cass, CEO of private military company Albion, received a mandate to secure London. Cass has vowed to hunt down DedSec. Terrorist responses failed force. Albion used cutting-edge artificial intelligence systems and autonomous drones to capture the remaining members of DedSec. A stark warning to would-be insurgents.
Corporations are posting record profits due to increased efficiencies in production and distribution, enabled by the use of technologies initially developed and approved for security purposes.
Cleanup as crime numbers take a dive. Illegal gambling, drug trafficking and prostitution all down following prosecutions of the leaders of 4 of London's 5 largest criminal syndicates. The streets of Camden and Brixton.
As Albion's mandate is extended indefinitely by the government, life finally begins to return to normal. Curfews and travel restrictions have been lifted in all boroughs, thanks to the deployment.
News outlets, reports of rioting in Trafalgar Square have been greatly exaggerated, possibly by foreign meddlers pushing a false narrative through social media. Albion is in complete control of a few...
To reprimand the public about the circulation of fake news, conspiracy theories persisting in dark corners of the internet that terrorist group DedSec were framed for the bombings have been roundly rejected. Our own reporters could not find a single Londoner willing to expound those theories on camera. The facts simply do not support any other story.
I need to assemble a team, but I can't reboot DedSec alone. Let me break into London CTOS and see who's available.
I'm Claire Waters, and we've been discussing the hacktivist, now alleged terrorist group, DedSec, on this week's Buccaneer Radio. I have Colin calling in. Colin, what's your take?
Now, I've been saying from the start we should have rounded up DedSec and thrown them in jail. Now, I'll say they should all be lined up and shot.
You don't find it awfully convenient that they've been fingered as the attackers, but we've seen no proof?
Look at Tome! Look at our city! What more proof do you need?
Well, Colin, I'd say you have to look at their history of non-violent action. Albion's put more civilians in the hospital in the past few months than DedSec ever has. I smell a scapegoat. Now I have Emily calling in. Emily, what's your take?
You're absolutely right, Claire. The government's just framing DedSec because they want to make it seem like they have this under control. They probably have no clue who was behind the bombings. But that doesn't look good on the news, does it? DedSec's been a thorn in their side. Who better to pin it on?
Angie, I have you next. What do you make of all this?
I think if anything, DedSec showed their true colours. It's terrifying to think we harboured such a dangerous element for years. Terrorists in our own backyard.
Do you find DedSec more frightening than the different gangs in London, like Clan Kelly?
Clan Kelly might set your shop on fire and maybe they'd kill you, but even they wouldn't try to blow up all of Parliament.
Next, I have Crypto King. Do you feel safer using a pseudonym?
Everyone should. Why make it easier for them to track you? And now we've seen what they're capable of and how far they're willing to go.
Hold on. Do you mean the government? Are you suggesting the government was responsible for the bombings?
Oh, trust me, Claire. They didn't do it alone. They're all in on it. The government, Albion, Sirs, Bloom, Sky Bloody Larson, and all the way up to Downing Street. They want to keep us scared, harness us with mind control, suck every last ounce of usefulness out of us, and even in death they'll sell off our bodies.
And what do you suggest we do, Crypto King?
Go underground. Deep enough, no electric signal can get you. It's the only way.
Well, thank you to all of our callers today, and thank you for tuning in and scouting for the truth along with me. Next week, Buccaneer Radio will be diving into the Albion Corporation. Just who are these men and women being paid lucrative amounts for the city's defence? Are they protecting us? Protecting London? Or someone else's interests? See you next week, fellow pirates. Claire Waters out.
Shit. Situation is worse than I thought. But there's a candidate. Looks like you're DedSec's best hope.
Alright, so no one was particularly interesting. We're gonna go with Miss Cardwin Powell. She has a sports car, so she'll have her own vehicle. No one was particularly interesting. No one really had anything overly unique. Ex-armed forces and a few people that did a couple of injury and arrest time things. Speaking of, we are not playing on permadeath, as given my history in previous Watch Dogs titles, I do not feel comfortable about how many times I have caused accidental game overs. So we're going to play without permadeath for now, and maybe later we'll switch it up. So, with that, we are going to pick our character. I know I'm not a very talkative sort, but hopefully as the series progresses you can bear with me and that'll start to change. I'm working on it from my side. I want to get better at being talkative with you guys and develop being my personality with this, because it's been so long.
Glad to see you're alive. If you're still committed to the cause, DedSec needs you. I'll send you the coordinates to our last thing. Mouse, meet me there.
Fine.
Alright, so this is the furthest I got in testing, so that way I can make sure that things were running smooth in the world. Things look a little janky from time to time, and again, it's just my graphics card isn't quite up to what the standards for this game require, which is unfortunate, but maybe we'll get that changed eventually. So now let's see if we can get to this waypoint without dying, losing this card, because nice color.
Auto drive now enabled.
Okay, driving feels a little weird compared to the older Watch Dogs games. Not a bad weird. I personally wasn't a big fan of the previous Watch Dogs games handling, so this feels really good, but it also feels really, really snappy. Whereas in previous Watch Dogs titles, it felt a little loose, a little closer to Driver San Francisco. How do I get out? I guess we have to hold the button? Yeah.
I downloaded a patch to your optics so you can access our security system. It's set up so that I can't just let someone who isn't DedSec in. You'll have to do the manual override.
I'm not thrilled about getting my hands dirty, but I suppose one does what one must.
Not what I wanted to do. Okay, this is a bit annoying, I think is a decent way to put that. I hated these mini games in the previous Watch Dogs games. These just aren't that fun.
One of Sabine's, are you? I'll see you downstairs later then.
In for a penny. Ah, a dank, pitch-black cellar. Just what I was hoping for.
No DedSec registration detected. Identify yourself, or I'll seal the exits, hack your optic, and read you every drunken email you ever wrote until you starve.
I'm with Sabine. Who the hell are you, and why do you sound like a mobile phone?
Sabine's alive? Well, that's one piece of good news. I'm Bagley, DedSec's definitely not stolen, highly advanced AI assistant, and it seems I've been out of commission for a few months. Anyway, why don't you go connect me to the DedSec network so I can become more powerful than you could possibly imagine? I mean, catch up on what I missed.
Okay, not sure what that was. This is all... This game feels good compared to the older games in this franchise, but it also just feels a little strange.
Ooh, look what I found.
Hello and...
Ah, that's it. I'm reconnected to the network, downloading our database, news archives, and oh no. Terrorist group DedSec responsible for deadly bombings in London. Dalton Wolf dead? I leave you people alone for a second and you immediately cock it all up.
So, Bagley, if not DedSec, then who was behind the bombings?
There's a gap in my memory after Dalton, well, let's be honest, after I disarmed the bomb at Parliament. I'm missing information about what happened after I... was taken offline. But from what I can infer, an unknown hacker group identified only as Zero Day was involved. I believe this Zero Day staged the attacks and framed DedSec for their dirty work. Come to my terminal. Sabine is requesting a video call.
Before doing this, something I've noticed is the lack of on-screen overlays. So in the previous games, if you found something to listen to, it would play on screen while you move around. Also having a phone for your menu, just none of that's here, which honestly feels a little sad given that this is a Watch Dogs title. It feels like those are kind of staples to the game, being able to move freely while doing other things. It just feels a little weird, I get it, I guess, but just wanted to put that out there.
Patching in Sabine Brandt now. I suggest you listen very closely to anything she has to say.
There you are. I'm glad you made it. Bagley, God, it's good to hear your demented little voice. Is your memory intact?
Not even slightly. The last record I have is of our HQ being raided. My only lead is a group known as Zero Day. Ring any bells?
No. But the HQ was attacked by some men in black, the same that were at Parliament. Maybe working together. We didn't stand a chance. They just gunned everyone down.
My God. How'd you survive?
I managed to escape through the sewers to Camden. A contact smuggled me out of the city, and I've been hiding out in the north since.
Prudent. Your profile is red flagged as a high-priority target in the city's surveillance system. Even a partial recognition hit would have you hunted down and shot on sight.
There aren't many DedSec fans in London these days. Look, I want to help, I do, but joining up with you now verges on suicidal.
Listen, if anyone knows anything about risks, it's me. I lost everything and everyone. But it comes down to this. London is in a death spiral. And if DedSec can't pull it out, trust me, no one can. The city needs a resistance. And it starts with you. What do you say?
Fine. But you owe me.
Excellent. New user registered. Welcome to DedSec. Now, it would be irresponsible of us to release you naked and mewling into the wild. You'll find equipment around the safe house that are essential items in your DedSec kit. We have a sophisticated system for hiding your identity from facial recognition tech. It's called a mask. And while we're here, perhaps we can talk about updating your wardrobe. I mean, look at you. Come on.
Oh. Changed. Okay, okay.
You've got all these fancy new toys, but it's also important to know the basics. You need to learn how to throw a punch and how to take one. Albion will escalate if you come at them with a gun and shoot you down. We want to avoid collateral damage. In DedSec, we try to use guns only as a last resort.
Have you already met Connie Robinson? She owns the pub and is an old DedSec contact.
That's it!
You want to get in under my block. Find the weak point. Nice one! That's it! Quick on your feet now. You want to create distance. You're getting it! Yes! Nice one!
Combat system is a little interesting.
I'm on your side here.
Proved it was literally
Right. Gear in order? Know enough not to punch yourself in the face or get shot for pulling out a gun too early? Brilliant. I'm working out how we find Zero Day and ruin their day, but I need someone with actual legs to do the legwork. Hope you're ready.
We have some damage control to do if we want to change the perception that we're a bunch of violent thugs. I'll let you be the judge of how best to handle yourself, but remember, you represent DedSec now.
All right, Sabine, what's our plan?
Make no mistake, London is under occupation. Armed mercenaries patrol our streets, allegedly to keep people safe, but really they're keeping the people scared.
And all our cowering just makes us easier to step on. Albion needs this terror. It's how they consolidate their power.
So, we have to ignite the will to resist in the people of London by showing them that Albion aren't the solution. They're the problem.
For that, we'll need information. I'm pushing 2 sets of coordinates to your optic.
Cheers, Bagley. I've identified 2 opportunities. 1, we're going to disrupt some Albion propaganda. Remind the people it's not Albion's way or the highway. 2, we need intel about Albion operations if we want to throw a spanner in their plans. You game?
How could I say no to you?
Brilliant. Let's get the people of London on board.
We will recruit someone. Let's see. Who do we want to go ahead and get recruited? We'll recruit someone, and then from there we will go ahead and end this part. So I guess we can go ahead and just get this guy. How do I?
You look like someone who wants to make a difference.
Are you with DedSec? If you are, I could use your help.
Perhaps. What's the situation?
A good mate of mine went missing. No one's seen them, and I can't get hold of them.
How dreadful.
Look, I hate to say it, but my friend has got this habit of bringing out the worst in people. They might have got themselves into some serious trouble.
Don't worry. We'll find them. There's more than a few ways to vanish in London these days. How do we sort out what happened?
Well, we could knock on every door in the city and see if they've got any abducted people on the premises, but it'd probably be smarter just to snoop around their last known location.
Agreed. Forward me the coordinates.
Our missing person disappeared from here. It was probably captured on CCTV, like every other bloody thing in this city.
Good. I'll get you that data.
That's the CTOS up there.
Check another area.
Not here. Moving on.
Clear. Moving along.
Donkey!
Nothing here. Continuing search.
I'll look this way.
Uploading the CCTV footage to you now.
Well, they were taken all right. Got in a shouting match with Albion and then took a couple of boots to the solar plexus.
Damn.
Yes, that's the bad news. The good news is I determined where they're being held. Sending you the coordinates.
Matter of time.
I'm getting the fuck out of here.
Hostile target.
Okay. Not pleasant. Definitely not pleasant to fight a drone with an electric gun. What? Okay.
Help me.
There we go.
Right, get her out.
you. And let's run. There we go. Now we can. Hostage. Hostage was lost.
Looks like you avoided them.
We found your friend. They'd been taken by Albion, but don't worry, they're free now. They'll be contacting you soon.
You serious? Damn, I owe you one.
DedSec could always use more people. Interested?
All right, mate. I'm in.
I think they've pissed off. Thank God.
Alright, so with that I'm going to go ahead and end this part here. This has been the opening of Watch Dogs Legion, and I know I'm not a very talkative person. I know this game isn't the greatest looking running on my computer. For all these things I do like to apologize in advance, but I'm going to try and get better at talking as I go through. I intend to, and then I just kind of forget because I get lost in the fact that I'm playing the game, which is just from the time I've spent playing games not doing that. So with that said, that's going to be the end of the apology. I'm going to end the video, and I'll see you guys in whatever comes next. Bye guys!